everybody. I'm Larry Ridley Enfels. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's get you over to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the home of the Falcons since 1992, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome, just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And Devontae Freeman just outside of the top 10 in rushing yardage, 729 in the season. And he had 2 more touchdowns in Week 12. Really a nice year for him.
He's made a lot of people revise their scouting report on him because, Brandon, you saw him in college as well. He was one of those guys that was so good at so many different things. I think a lot of people started to call him a jack of all trades, maybe master of none, and we were underrating him. He is a terrific player because he does it all. Runs, catches, blocks, plays so hard. But we got to give him his credit and give him his due. He's a heck of a player.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
Freeman again. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Here's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
1st down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And here come the Falcons again on offense, who set a game up on Tampa Bay through 12 weeks in the NFC South. And one guy who helped get them there that maybe many people didn't see doing that, Taylor Gabriel. He's turned out to be a big part of this offense, hasn't he?
He has, and it's so unfortunate for the Cleveland Browns as they try to improve their team and are struggling through a very difficult 2016 that they let this guy go. And in Atlanta, he's turned into a little bit of a cult star, hasn't he? A couple of touchdowns this past Sunday. He's really become a great player. And the Falcons, they even tweeted out thanks to the Browns.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. As the Steelers trot back out for offense, Charles, wanted to ask you about the AFC North. They're tied with the Ravens through 12 weeks at 6-5. But just because of the kind of the mystique of the Steelers, you get the sense that this is their division to win.
The mystique and Big Ben at quarterback. Because I think that when you really analyze it going down the stretch, people I talk to around the league, they all still feel that the Steelers...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that player out in a hurry.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because...
And now a whistle and a timeout call. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is speculative at best. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the...
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Jonathan Babineau's a defensive tackle, knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Antonio Brown, he and Big Ben, they really shredded that Colts secondary on Thanksgiving night. 5 catches for Brown, 3 of them in the end zone, 91 yards.
He's gotten to the stage in his career where he sees single coverage. It's disrespectful, and I think it angers him. You've got to bring 2 or 3 guys to his area to try and dissuade the quarterback from even thinking about throwing it to him. Because when you don't, one guy, oh, he's going to get toasted up.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Sammy Coates has it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He finds Coates complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And not the prettiest kick he'll ever have, as this one just does manage to stay inside the right upright and creep over the crossbar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And last time, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Freeman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers, and now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a big conversion there on 3rd down, and I remember playing, and all the time on the sidelines, you hear a coach calling for the punt team to get ready on 3rd down because you can't call for it on 4th down. It's too late getting on the field. So a lot of times you're lining up, and the offense can see you lining up. Occasionally it serves as motivation for them. I'm not letting these guys back out here.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that man continues to be the NFL leader in receiving yards, over 1,100 for Julio Jones. But quiet week 12 against the Cardinals, just 4 catches, 35 yards.
Have you charted his yardage for the year per game?
It's all over the place, isn't it?
It really is. It really throws you a little bit because you'll have games like this one where we had 35 yards. Now, they won, so he's not worried about it at all. And truly is not worried about it, which is not normal for a wide receiver. But
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. To throw again is Ryan. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Ryan. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. Well, hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And caught right side, Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Going to decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Backing up. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 45 yards. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And he's got it up and through. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense. offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. On 3rd down, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down now after the pass completion. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll run it with Bell. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. Down the numbers.